Let's get to it. Bills defensive back Taron Johnson brutally honest about what he feels about Shedeur Sanders as a talent at the quarterback position with the upcoming matchup on the way. We get to see what he truly feels about Shedeur Sanders in this matchup. And then we got to go over to UCSS. We got to see, they're talking about the Cleveland Browns. Have they hit on all the picks in this draft? Are they one good draft away from being legitimate contenders? I think that is absolute blasphemy, but let's get into it. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get into what Bills DB Taron Johnson had to say about 12.
Look at Shedeur as a quarterback, just young guy, rookie. You guys have done well against rookie quarterbacks. Just what's the balance like of preparing on that, but also knowing that you guys have found success against rookies?
I mean, we're still going to watch him and see what he does well, see what he struggles with and things like that. He's a young guy, mobile, you know what I'm saying, can make plays with his legs, so got to be aware for that.
Big game for Matt.
All right, so they're going to be looking for his weaknesses and his strengths, but he did say, hey, he's young, he's mobile, he can make plays, we got to be on our P's and Q's. Okay.
Last week, and I know just going through the ups and downs of his career, coming through those injuries and stuff, to see him, at this point in his career, and there's a couple guys on defense too, like Jordan, Trey, who have kind of found this like resurgence of what we used to see earlier in their time here in Buffalo. What's it just been like from your view to see him kind of, maybe exceed expectations?
I mean, it's great. It's great. I mean, we know he can do that. He's done it years prior, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's no surprise for me. It's all about having that opportunity, and when he had him, he made the plays.
Same thing kind of going along with Trey. Do you just feel like a guy like him, or maybe just it's more of an overall thing for guys who maybe take some time away from here and come back, do you feel like he has just a different level of confidence? Is that just something you feel like is a locker room, what McDermott does, what you guys do as a defense, is a combination of all that?
I feel like he's just confident in himself, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what happened in the past, he's been through injuries and things like that, but regardless of what happened in the past, he's ready to play, and since he's been here, I felt no sense of that confidence wavering. He's confident in himself regardless of what happens.
Past 2 weeks, second half defense, kind of making some big adjustments to come out and find the way to win the game there too. What's been maybe that overall message, or just that common theme that's been that halftime adjustment you guys have made?
I would say it starts with just keep playing and being mentally strong and understanding that just because they have a lead doesn't mean the game is over. You got to keep playing. I'd say that's first. And second is the coaches do a good job making adjustments, changing what we need to change up, and we do that, and we do it well.
For you guys, is there a conversation even in this defense that has to have at halftime in terms of just trying to get each other motivated, or is it just...
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, we just continue to keep playing, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way, so you don't always make the plays that you want to make. But I feel like in the second half we do a good job of just staying the course and not letting the score waver us.
What's impressed you about Jordan Hancock this season?
Man, just the fact that in practice he's playing multiple positions, you know what I'm saying? He's also playing nickel too and safety, and maybe a little bit of dime, you know what I'm saying? So things like that have definitely impressed me. And he has guys like Jordan Porter to look up to, Cole, who's been playing well, just those guys to help him.
All right, so that was Taron Johnson speaking about the game
in the past,
and the upcoming matchup with Shedeur Sanders. He knows Shedeur Sanders brings legit mobility, and once Shedeur gets out of the pocket, he's looking to make a big play down the field. So that's something the Bills are definitely going to have to be aware of. Let's go to UCSS and see what the fellas are talking about with this. Are the Cleveland Browns one draft away from being a contender? Hell no.
So far, this draft has looked pretty good. I think we're overstating how good right now. It might turn out to be really good, but
I agree.
To me, the jury's still out on Mason Graham in terms of he's not a scrub. I'm not saying but the jury's still out on. Remember, Mason Graham was the 5th pick in the draft. So if he's just a good player, that's not good enough.
It's only technically 2 guarantees on this list.
Schlesinger and Fadden. That's it. That's what I'm saying.
Right. You don't think Judkins is a guarantee?
I love Judkins.
Watch the tape from last week. You tell me.
He hasn't done it.
I think it's a little unfair to judge this line. I think it's hard to judge Shedeur Sanders or Quinshon Judkins behind this offensive line. These dudes block air. They don't touch people. Like I don't really know what Quinshon Judkins is supposed to do behind this garbage offensive line.
Well, it was the tape bad for him.
Well, look. So we go in watching the tape, and this is a beautiful exercise. We was looking at the run game.
Yeah.
Brown's run grades were pretty bad. So what we started to do was like, okay, let's go into it looking at it like, okay, it's the offensive line, but guess what? I got to look at everything on the run game.
Okay, so he made some
and
mistakes
there are some times where
he was visionless.
Vision, like there was a couple plays where there's some vision where it was and so we gotta keep it a buck, right? We always do. We always do. Right. That's a cutback right there. You kind of missed that lane. Yeah. So
and the tape don't lie, G. With the Cavs, with the Browns, with whatever, the tape don't lie.
It is what it is.
I'm not gonna say the offensive line was great, but I'm just saying, like,
he contributed to it.
A couple of times he just put his head down and ran in there, and I was like, look right here.
So we don't.
Right
so
there.
he's not a sure thing.
Fair.
And then obviously we don't know yet about Shedeur. He hasn't played enough. The jury's still out. So
both.
Yes,
do you think
We know about Dylan Gabriel, though. We know he's a third stringer at best. We know that. And that was a horrible third-round pick.
if Graham ends up being a Pro Bowl level player, and Shedeur ends up being a good quarterback, and Judkins ends up being a good running back, then yes, this is a fantastic draft. But we don't know those things yet.
Fair enough.
But
the
it still was a solid draft, at least a good draft.
Are they one more draft away if they nail the 2026? Whoever's picking for the Browns, if they nail 2026,
it all depends.
Could they
on the
be
quarter-
truly
It all
competitive
depends
next
on the
year?
quarterback play.
They
could be one draft. A draft away from what? From being a Super Bowl contender?
Truly competitive, and you can define
Yes,
competitive however you want.
It's
Truly
impossible to say.
So I would guess that means like playoff team. Threat, and
to
maybe
be
winning.
competitive, they've got to get good quarterback play. At least good. I'm not saying it's got to be great. I'm just saying it's got to be good. And they've had good quarterback play in one game this season against the Titans, and they still lost.
I'm gonna throw this out here too. Like I think they need to have.
That's not true. They had good quarterback play. I say in 3 games.
What are the other two?
The defense.
Gabriel was decent.
To do their part. For me, I believe that the Cleveland Browns have been playing handcuffed offensively, and some of the things that some of the time management stuff, the decision making, like that type of stuff is hitting yards, hitting L's, so to speak, because it's not glaring. But those are the little small things that I think everybody has to. You got to do your part. And when you meet, like now, you talk about AB.
Yeah.
He now has a couple of people, but that's just now you doing your part. When you missed before, you ain't carrying your weight. Kevin Stefanski, we watched the tape and we watched this stuff. A lot of this stuff is rudimentary. If you get a nice, I want a creative guy calling
So you think
plays.
they have enough talent, though?
No,
Okay.
that's another thing. No, if you can get a new system, a fresh system, and you can get guys that are competent doing their job in the front office.
Yep.
But the big thing that I look at is we was watching the film, and these guys have Harold Fanning Jr. spread out. They come out in 13 personnel, 3 tight ends. And so they're like, oh, we got 3 tight ends, so that forces you to run base. And everybody is running around in base and being like, we don't care if we're in base. They split Harold Fanning Jr. out, and he's on a cornerback. The corner is like.
You know what that means for a corner? When you got a non-skilled athlete out there,
What does that mean?
you're essentially taking the play off.
Okay.
He can't.
Because think about this,
Right.
boy. You're playing corner. So if you're playing corner, you probably run somewhere between a 4-3 or 4-4, right?
Yeah.
It's a tight end that's you're checking.
What is
Are
Harold
you
Fanning?
4-7
Are
best.
you worried about Harold
No.
Fanning running past?
No.
So what would you do? You sit on the route.
Right.
That's why he almost
Fanning ran a 4.7.
He almost got. That's why Shedeur almost threw a pick 6, and the corner was gonna bang his head on the goal post if he would have caught it.
And they have no choice to do that because they don't have any other receiver. It's crazy.
Right.
So for me, they're a couple of drafts away. Like, let me just be honest with you. They're a couple of drafts. Let's not act like they're gonna draft these folks up tomorrow and it's gonna be you got, first of all, they're rookies, right? And some of the rookies you got can potentially take a step back. Jaden Daniels took a step back.
Yep.
So you
Jaden Daniels didn't take a step back. Jaden Daniels hurt G. Bush. Come on now. But nah, the Cleveland Browns are not one draft away. This team is a long way away. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This is Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel.